Ashanti's name was connected to Melly's affair scandal. So Kelly Rowland didn't even wait for the dust to settle. She went right in with the post that many are calling disrespectful since the timing seemed a little too good to be. True, recently there were rumors that Ashanti was the object of Nelly's second affair, this time with one of his own squad members. The inspirational speaker also posted a direct message that yelled, "Couldn't be me," instead of expressing her support. It gets incredibly tricky when you consider that the shade was picked at random, according to insiders. According to reports, Kelly and Ashanti had a long-running dispute, and the controversy was the perfect chance to finally bring it to light. Some even claim that Ashanti never understood that she was never really secure there, and that whenever she got into a fight with Nelly, Kelly always made her feel threatened. Kelly's messy behavior is another issue that fans are raising. Or was she just finally telling the truth? Apparently, no matter what she does, she will always be petty boots. Despite being Ashanti's boyfriend, Nelly will always have something bad to say about you. Everyone, it looks like Kelly Rowland has reached deep into her tiny bag. Additionally, the shade aimed at Ashanti is growing louder rather than quieter. Everyone knows for a while. Fans have taken it up despite the fact that it has never been confirmed, and there have been a few incidents over the years that have drawn criticism. But Kelly's latest move basically validates that everyone has been mocking months. Shortly after the internet went crazy with allegations that Nelly had been found cheating on Ashanti, and that their relationship was uglier than anyone realized, Kelly suddenly started sharing picture-perfect throwbacks of herself and her husband, Tim, on social media. But let's be honest for a moment. Coming from Kelly, who doesn't frequently overshare like that, it felt far too pointed to be accidental, and the fans didn't miss a beat. They immediately started to piece things together, saying that Kelly seemed to be sending a strong message that it wasn't only her husband. It is related to Ashanti's situation. Kelly has never mentioned the Ashanti by name, but these posts' timing, language, and fervor were definitely derogatory because baby, 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 baby. Given that Ashanti has been severely impacted ever since the affair allegations came to light, it appeared as though Kelly was kicking her while she was already in trouble. "I don't know why you feel the need to treat me badly. Be so cruel to me," Ashanti is likely thinking. For what reason would Kelly do that? What kind of relationship do they really have? Because if Kelly feels more comfortable going public with the shade, what happened behind the scenes might have been worse than we first thought. Apparently, is all related to Kelly's previous relationship with Nelly and the old allegations that Ashanti stole Nelly from Kelly in 2003. When Kelly was still with Destiny's Child in 2001, she met Nelly during the MTV TRL Total Request Live tour. They had already established themselves in the music business by the next year, and their partnership with Oh, I Blew Up went right to the top, winning them over no matter what I did, a whole Grammy. But as you are all probably aware, that song caused speculations in addition to chart-topping success. They simply had too much chemistry for anyone to overlook. And the internet wasn't convinced that a passionate affair was happening behind the scenes. Fans couldn't help but notice how Kelly talked about him in interviews, even though they never offered any confirmation. It's a tremendously catchy tune, and she freely stated her feelings for him by saying stuff like, "I love Nelly. Nelly has a fantastic ear." He wrote the incredibly amazing song, "I Need You and I Love You," and everyone sings it. That's when it started to feel more like a personal matter than just a joint venture. Fans have even more reason to believe that something subtle might have been going on when Kelly said that recording the song was fun and didn't even feel like work. But if you thought it was the pinnacle of their relationship, what happened next only made things more challenging. It wasn't that Kelly and Nelly only worked together once. When they released Gone in 2011, almost 10 years after Dilemma, people also gave the music video a second look. It was warm, it was intimate. Besides, it didn't seem to be just acting up there. As demonstrated by their "Can I pull you for a chat?" "We're shut down." They had a lot of Love Island chemistry. In addition, the rumors quickly started to reappear. Eventually, however, Kelly stepped in to clear that air. "Nelly and I are not dating," she said bluntly when the dating rumors got too loud. Others started to argue that the video wasn't just for show, that it was just a convenient way to hide the fact that Kelly and Nelly were actually sneaking around with each other in real life, and that some people now believe that they had been seeing each other in secret the entire time. And this was their way of keeping things low-key without drawing too much attention to themselves. He has been Destiny's Child's real friend for years. Nelly looks like an older brother, and no matter how many times she called him a brother, their energy told a different story. Therefore, not everyone believed her, and the denial only fueled the suspicions of those who had been watching all of this for years. The rumors eventually died down and Kelly and Nelly split up. Kelly got married in 2014, settled into her family life, and now has 2 older children. She has since kept a low profile, avoiding the spotlight and focusing on her own path. While Nelly's timeline reveals more public relationships, he flirted with it for a short time before committing to a relationship with his ex-partner, Chantal. And the two had a very nasty ending after the breakup. However, he surprised everyone by going back to Ashanti in 2023. The two discreetly rekindled their relationship. And despite their erratic past, they ended up getting married that same year. To be a happy ending on the surface didn't last long. However, is where things start to turn even nastier. Ashanti then gave birth to their first child together in July 2024. And in an instant, they were united as one family. It was a full circle moment. It's not just any song either. Dilemma isn't just any song either. Decades after its release, Nelly's Grammy-winning single is still one of her biggest records. So many were surprised that Kelly refused to approve it. Nelly may have shown that he was a MAGA supporter, but people started to claim that it was more personal than business-related. Ashanti, as well as Nelly, when fans learned that they allegedly refused to resolve the dilemma so that Nelly could perform, the theory reached a whole new level. The internet went crazy when it was revealed that Kelly had allegedly stopped Nelly from performing Dilemma, claiming that she was still upset about how their relationship ended, and was using the song's removal as a reminder to them both that she still remembers what happened. As you are all aware, there have been rumors for years that Nelly and Kelly were once in a relationship and that Ashanti may have been the reason for their breakup. As a result, it didn't feel random when Kelly showed up with a "my man would never" type of post shortly after Ashanti was revealed to have been cheated on by the same man. And honestly, given the tension between Nelly and Ashanti these past few weeks, there is more than enough for Kelly to taunt Ashanti with. Nelly and Ashanti had previously been at odds for a heated moment. But it wasn't until their reality program aired that most people realized how awful things had gotten. If anything, it felt like payback because Kelly's criticism wasn't just trivial. It was personal if Ashanti had actually helped Nelly cheat on her in the past. Additionally, as you have probably already seen, the show revealed the scene where Nelly was getting ready to play at the presidential inauguration was one of the biggest warning signs. It may have seemed like a significant milestone on the surface, but it transpired somewhat differently behind the scenes. Kathy was clearly uncomfortable, and based on the development of the scene, seemed that her anxiety was more than just event-related. Nelly didn't seem like a power couple. Instead, he came off as contemptuous, impatient, and, to be honest, unprepared for the Ashanti of today. Supporters applauded this. And that was meant to bring them closer for a minute. And that was meant to shut it down, no discussion, no compromise. And that was meant to bring them closer for a minute. In the end, it only served to highlight their actual distance from one another. No hyperbole. This is where things got serious. Ashanti says unequivocally in the video, "I'm going to show you that Nelly dismissed her worries as if they were unimportant needs. He won't take over." Now, think about what that really means. Ashanti is supposed to handle the full weight of postpartum parenting every day, while Nelly is out there torturing, blogging, and apparently moving on as if he's still single. Moreover, plausible. He sounded like a man who had already made up his mind. When you combine that little attitude with the cheating accusations and everything we've seen on the show, it begins to feel less like a difficult time, and more like Ashanti is raising his child alone while keeping the marriage intact. But in the next video, Ashanti reveals something that had viewers genuinely laughing at Nelly. He never gets up in the middle of the night to help with the baby. She reveals, not once. No effort, no feedings, no diaper changes. He would just be sleeping with Big Z. You'd think that he would at least show some remorse after finding out that, maybe, the injustice of that, you know? But then Nelly started bragging about how well he slept through the night, even calling himself an excellent sleeper. When your partner is clearly stressed out and not getting enough sleep, that's something to be proud of. You all know how newborns behave. What's worse is that Nelly didn't just ignore it. It's Ashanti's responsibility to get up and take care of their son, he repeated. There was no compromise, no argument, just plain statements of truth as if they were unquestionable. But why? Did he say it that way? This wasn't just a heated argument, as you could see. It sounded like something he really thinks about, as if that were his norm. By default, like in his Vine, Ashanti takes care of a newborn and does as he pleases, leaving Ashanti to handle the full weight of daily parenting without help. Nelly is moving and working as if being a father carries no responsibilities until with the joint interview. They tried to put an end to everything, presumably in the hopes of calming the rumors and presenting a united front. But it just added fuel to the fire rather than extinguishing it. But now fans are asking a question that has been simmering for weeks. Was Nelly ever really ready for a marriage like this? Or did he simply want the appearance of a family without putting in the necessary effort and attending to one? The interview, if anything, confirmed what many people already thought. It didn't seem like two people standing up for their love, and this marriage may be on the verge of collapsing. It seemed like damage control. The atmosphere was weird. The answers were scripted, and it didn't feel real. A fan threw out,
some of the challenges of filming with a baby.
What were some of the challenges of filming with a baby? I'm not gonna even front, like, we have a great nanny. And I mean, whenever I can pry him away from you, it's been pretty much a breeze for me.
I'd say.
Yeah. I probably changed 2 diapers.
I was just gonna say probably about 2, maybe 3, maybe.
A couple of pee-pees, about 1 booby. Yeah, I think I'm at my limit.
Yeah. You're good.
Didn't get on this time.
I did. I definitely did.
Okay.
as if things weren't already going south. The streets are now buzzing with the news of new treatment rumors. According to insiders, Nelly has been living on the streets during her tour, not once or twice. He has been traveling for weeks. Additionally, insiders say that this has been a pattern. There is supposedly a new groupie backstage after almost every performance. It's not just speculation. The faces are different, but the routine is the same. Those close to the situation are starting to whisper, and some of them are no longer even trying to keep quiet. If you've ever seen what actually happens on these tours, you already know the routine, ingredients in the mixture. And it's a free fall after the lights go out. Reports also say that women have flooded Millie stores, and lots and plenty of them. You all probably remember Ashanti's reaction when Nelly first told her that he was going on the road again. Okay? She refused to accept it, and in the video I'm going to show you, she expresses her disapproval of him leaving her alone with their newborn, as he travels the world singing and gallivanting. But in front of the cameras, that's exactly what she said. Insiders say that her real issue was more than just being abandoned. Just goes to show that not everything that sparkles is gold, everyone, and that not all celebrity couples are as good as they seem. In all honesty, Kelly has every right to be avoiding the situation because According to the evidence, she may have escaped a bullet by watching Ashanti handle all of this chaos. Yes, I couldn't have done it, but Kelly could have just as easily done it instead. Additionally, given the current situation, you cannot hold the homegirl responsible if she's involved. Trust was at issue because Ashanti knows Nelly and is fully aware of his movements. A little smug right now? It's the main question. Today is whether Kelly was being dishonest or not, or if this is her full circle moment of sweet, quiet revenge. Either way, 2 days are certain, and that's one thing. Shanti's perfect life is falling apart quickly, and the man she had previously won is having sleep issues due to her baby. But Kelly's shade is looking really sloppy as the internet continues to scrutinize every move. If you listen closely, it sounds like she was inspired by Nelly and Ashanti's situation, which is why she's laughing the loudest and last.